Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of Quantus here on the FTOG server. I am excited today, I don't know why, because I think it's all the materials that I have waiting for us to start processing and so on, and I already went to the resource miner and took out everything. Let's see here, if we can kind of get this in one shot. No, I can't zoom out far enough. Actually, hold on, I could, if I change my field of view here. There we go. Let's use that for a second. So these are all the blocks, the resources that I have set up now, and they're all in void drawers. So I did automate the crafting of the void upgrades. And some of them have emerald upgrades. Well, things that I want to make sure that I keep more. I don't really care about all this slime grass and so on, but these are all the different things here. Mostly on the left hand side, we got 17 different hardened clays. One, of course, is the regular one up here. The regular hardened clay, and then we got 16 altogether of the different colors. We got a ton of different stones and nether resources, and also all this stupid slime grass over here. That's something that, I don't know, if the next mod pack, I would probably tell the void resource miner, void resource miner, not to pick those up anymore. There's just no need for these. What do you need them for? You never need them. But other stuff is not bad to have. The stuff down here, for example, and also the sky stone. But so that is set up. But before we continue with processing our ore, or how we're gonna do that, I wanted to show you guys a nice surprise that I found when I logged on. And I'm gonna take the night vision flask here so we can see this better. And I'm gonna try to look this way so we don't see it right away. And I'm gonna come from perfect. There's one. So I came into the area, right, and Stalker, he said it's a prank, but I don't consider this a prank. He did something really amazing, and it blows me away how much work he put into this. Check it out. We got all these creepers, right? Now this guy looks like a, it could be a Japanese creeper, right? Look at that. I mean, look at the details of this. And he's got like a little broom. He's cleaning the streets and so on. I absolutely love it. There's another one. But now check it out when we walk in here. Look at all this. This is amazing. And I wanted to start first by reading the story that he left me here. We're a nomadic tribe, a secret order. Unlike our untrained creeper brothers, we have managed to control our chi. We are the elite. After many lifetimes of searching for the secret dojo of Thorgal, word reached us from a scout. The search is over. The red dragon is our overwatcher, the symbol of our order. Shin-Ti Go Boom, the oldest member of the order. Some say he is over 200 days old and has once seen the mighty builder Thorgal, and he was creating the sanctuary. This is the life-changing event. They gave life to our order. The calming effect helped Master to control his chi and not feel the need to explode, but instead focus the need to explode, but instead focus that chi somewhere else. This is known as the secret art of Shintadoken. Once mastered, one can control the elements. I absolutely love that, right? Whoops. Let it back in here. So check out all the different creepers we have here. I'm not familiar with all the different monks and Japanese samurais and all that, what they were wearing and so on. But this guy looks like, I don't know, he could hold like a dagger. I'm gonna say they all have this belt here, probably for holding their rope together. Not really sure who this guy is. I wonder if that is the what did he call him? What's the name of that guy again? Hold on. Wait, I missed it. The Red Dragon's Overwatcher, Shin-Ti Go Boom, the oldest member. Shin-Ti Go Boom. I wonder if this is Shin-Ti Go Boom. Okay, anyway, so then we got this guy here. Let's see. Has a beard, is probably one of the wise men, and like a, not sure what this is. Maybe a pouch or something? Very cool. You sleep, we creep. I love it. Look at the headband. It's like the ninja headband and so on. And we got all these guys over here. Wrong end. My bad. Oh. He got stabbed. That's awesome. Okay, then this guy definitely... They're not bombs. I don't think they're supposed to be bombs. Maybe they are. Maybe he's like a pyrotechnician or something here. Then we got this guy with a crown on. And he's got those wooden training sticks. That's what that looks like right here. And this one is my favorite right here, guys. This is so cool. Check this out. This is like a wizard creeper. And you see this. It's shooting this water or frozen projectile at this creeper. And you see it? Either, yeah, he looks to be encased by that frost, by that ice. It is so awesome. And then we got this flag bearer over here. Alright, let's see. What else do we have? I think there was a couple more. Oh yeah, these guys are so funny right here. You guys know how the ninjas train on balancing and jumping from pole to pole? That's what he did here. And they have the sword on the back. I mean, guys, this is really amazing. I mean, oh, I didn't even see that guy up there. Over here we have some ninja star practice. These are ninja stars on the thing. He's got that ninja mask on and so on. Like I said, a stalker, amazing. You put so much work into this, and he considers it a prank, but I love it. And I still have that creeper from, I think Techno, right? I think Techno creepered me in the tunnel over there. I still have those too, so I'm definitely want to keep using these. I think it's really, really cute. I'm in love with this. This is amazing. This is a lot of work. I'm probably going to remove that and so on. But I'm going to reuse all these creepers and so on, and then maybe find out what materials they're made out of and so on, so I can make more of them. But yeah, for now we're going to leave it right here. It's amazing. I'm so blown away. Thank you very much, Stalker. There's more of these street cleaners right there. And I have not checked. I don't think there's any more down here or so. No, I don't see any here. But yeah, I'm very happy about this. But now let me check out how many ores we have. I know it's full. Right there. Check it out. We got lots of ore to process. I mean, this is bananas. Okay, this filled so fast, guys. It's been many days since I've been on here, but it's been full for the longest time. But I didn't want to start processing this, right? So what we're going to have to do is, what I want to do is, I need to take one of each one of these here now. So I know all the different types of, this is regular Certus and this is charged Certus. So I know all the different types of things that are going to be processed. And I just have to be careful about one thing that I don't want to take out here, because this is right here, Firestone ore. Because we found out, you know how I always turn off fire spread on our servers. That's the one thing I disable. I leave creeper explosion and so on, but I never liked fire spread. And not so much about us when we play, but more about like when you start exploring areas, then the problem is that sometimes there's lava pools and so on, and then the forest next to it starts catching on fire, and then you just have a huge mess. It also lags up the server and so on, so I always disable that. And right now, you guys might be wondering, why am I taking out half a stack of the other ones here? Is because when you're down further, when you're not at the top, and I scroll wheel, it actually scroll wheels this page, and then I take out a different ore of the one that I'm actually trying to do. Okay, so the last one I took out here was ruby. I'm gonna have to get, what can we use? A crate is probably too small. Oh yeah, we can just do this guy right here. Let's go ahead and put this down. Storage, let's get the tier 1 card. We're not gonna have more than 100 different items here. Let's put this in here and put these in so I can take this with me. I guess I could have just taken this with me. That was stupid. Why don't I just do that? Let me get this and grab it and take it with me. because there's no reason for this to process anymore, right? If it doesn't have any room to put it in here anyway. So let's just put this back, and it all filled. No, this one did not fill. So let's put it in here. Okay. So, and I'm not gonna, in this series here, in Quantus, I'm not gonna go for some fancy ore processing and so on, because I would like to play with, by the way, you guys see I already have an ender chest over here, and right here, I'm gonna set up an ender chest once this is, yeah, once this is done, we'll set it up. I would like to use extra utilities, ore processing, as much as I can. Because I've never used it before to just ore process. And I know we can overclock this to stupid amounts, like with the 20 speed upgrades and so on in here. And, excuse me, in the next age, applied energistics is going to open up, which then we're probably going to, I don't know, maybe we're going to add it, or we're going to replace RF tools with it, or what we're going to do, I'm not sure yet. But for now, I would like to figure out how to set this up, the ore processing, with applied with RFToolsCtrl. I believe there is a way that we can do that. But down here in the middle, right underneath it, I want to keep this empty, because then I'm going to make the applied energistics controller and so on right underneath our main work area. So, you know, I have an easy time cabling all this up here. So we're going to go, well, let's just go over here to the right. And let's just check, is there any, okay. So I want to stay in these chunks here for now, in this chunk, I should say. So let's put this one down here. And then we're going to dress this up and so on, of course, again. But what I'm going to need is, I need to make a bunch of these guys right here. So let's come in here, extra, I'm already at this page. I made a bunch of these upgrade bases here, a stack of them, so I have those ready. But I'm going to make a couple of these crushers here. Let's see if I have any more machine frames. Okay, this is a thing that's I'm not sure what is happening with that. That's something I noticed in Age of Engineering. There's sometimes when you have a recipe with a machine block or machine casing in it, and it's sitting in here, this lights up red. You can't craft it. But now that I put it in my inventory, check it out. Now I can craft them. Isn't that weird? And for now, I think I just want to go with one. Okay, I would like to see if we can set all this up with just one. Because, okay, I need some clay. Because the thing is that with the overclockers, this thing is going to be so freaking fast that, I mean, look at this. You know, we're only going to get an ore every few seconds max. So it's going to be enough to just have one set of these. These two I want to keep here so I have something I can use to manually work on it. You know, if you need to smelt something, potatoes or any of that kind of stuff, I don't want to have to go down. Okay, so we have these two. And then, let me put this one away. Whoops, wrong one, right there. Let's put it in here for now. You guys see also, I think, yeah, I said that last episode that I wanted to make sure that I cleaned up my inventory. And I got rid of most things and just put them in the storage because I have access to that. Now, only things that are really frequently used, and also I'm going to keep the building blocks here. Just, it's easier to just see them all in one spot. Anyways, so I got these. I'm going to need speed upgrades. And do I have any more nodes? Because I would like to. Perfect. I have one node. And that should be everything we need. And then let's see. Do I still have a program card? No. Okay. Oops. Here. At control. Let's make ourselves another program card. Do I have enough of those? Yes, perfect. So we have one. And I'm not exactly sure how, if it's going to be possible in a simple manner. That's my biggest problem. I think I can export this ore and so on to the crusher and then get it back into the storage and so on. But we'll see how complicated it's going to be, or how tedious to set up. The other thing I needed was a power cell. Yes, let's get one of these. I said one. Okay, and do I have one exposed here still? Yes, right there. I just gotta link this card. If it wasn't already, I'm not sure. So we're gonna set this up like right here in the middle. Let's see. So we're gonna put... Oh. I'm going to use 2 nodes, I guess, then. I think that's going to be easier. So let's, you know what, let's not put it on the wall. That way we can dress this up. Yeah. So let's put the node down for a second so I can put this a little higher. And to the left and to the right of this, we're going to put it. Yeah, so let's set this to all out. What is this here? This is the crusher. And this is the furnace. Okay. And then I'm going to need to make a second one of these. We're going to put... Oh, no, that's the modular storage. That's not what I wanted. Let's use the node right here and put one on top here. And then we're going to put another one on the other one. Node is this thing here. Yes. Do I have any more? No. Okay. Telling you guys, by playing Age of Engineering for so long, all these recipes here are so easy now. Oh, I never put the card in there. Alright, so these guys are fully charged. You know, just having a regular machine frame and so on, it's kind of funny. Okay, so let's try out one first. Let's go with the first one here, aluminum ore. Let's make sure that the recipe, usage on it, it actually shows us, we have the crusher right here, which turns it into aluminum dust. And then we can turn that in the furnace to aluminum ingots. Yes, good. All right. So now, the program that we're gonna write for this, I can clear all this. Okay, so let's put the card in here first and save it as ore crushing. I'm gonna call this program. We're gonna have another one then for ore smelting, okay? Alright, like always, we have to start with an event. So we're just gonna have this on a 1 second repeater loop here. And then what are we gonna do first? We're gonna check if something exists. We're gonna say count items external, okay? And the inventory I'm gonna leave empty because it says here, or empty to access the storage. So it's gonna check our storage controller, and the item that we're gonna check is this aluminum ore right here, okay? And then the next one we're gonna have here is we're gonna check if it is greater. So we're gonna go with function, the last integer, because this one right here will return a number. If it's empty, I'm pretty sure it's gonna return 0. And when I compare that, if that number is bigger, right here, you guys see the greater symbol, the last number greater than 0, it's gonna be true. If that is true, we need to, let's see here, where is it? Right there. We're gonna fetch items, okay? And the inventory, we're gonna leave empty again, so it's gonna fetch it from the storage. Slot in inventory, we don't care, because it's from the storage, and the item we're gonna fetch is aluminum ore. And the amount, it says, if not given, it will fetch the stack. So if there's only 1, it should grab 1. If there's more than 64, it should grab 64. And then where we're going to need to put this in the processor, we're going to say in slot 0. And that should be it, yes. And then we're going to have to push that item into our crusher downstairs. And for that, we're going to have to set up the network first. And now my question is, now I'm going to stick with our network that we already have, which is called storage, okay? So let's come down here and name these. What? Why is this one named already? I must have used this for... Oh, because this used to be the one for the storage scanner. Okay, so it remembers that when you break it. But we don't use the node on the storage scanner anymore because we're using that storage scanner card, right? So I'm going to call this one crusher. And then we're going to call this one as well storage furnace. All right, so we got these two. And we only need the down direction. Let's come here. The inventory adjacent to network. Yes, that's where we're pushing it to. So the node name is crusher. Oh. Was too quick. Crusher. Oh my god. I gotta stop pressing enter. crusher, side down. Okay, and then the slot, we don't care. We're just gonna let it push wherever it can put it. Amount we're gonna leave. And the slot in is the slot in the processor that we're gonna reserve. So we're gonna grab it out of that 0 slot again, right? And that's it. That should work. Okay. And then for every one of them, we just need to set up a new row. And we can have this, what is this here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna say about 10 rows. Yeah, probably close to 10 rows. And then we can even have another one. So we can have for 20 different ores, we can set this up here. And then we would need the next program card. And then, of course, we're going to have to set the same thing up for the smelter. I got to save the card and take this with me. Or throw it away. Okay, so let's go to processor first. Invalid inventory. Clear. Not sure what that was for, but that's probably just left over. So we're gonna have to do net setup storage because we need to find new nodes. You know, I always wanted to know net. Net list. And the chest furnace crafting crusher. Okay, that's cool. I wanted to see if you can actually see. I wanted to make sure that it sees furnace and crusher right here. All right, let's go clear again. And now if we put this in here, it should already... Oh, sorry. We're going to have to do this here. And for the ore processing, I'm going to use this slot down here, which is 0 for it. And then, so this is for crushing. And this one is going to be for... whatchamacallit? The furnace right there. So right now, the first thing I just want to make sure is that it even brings them here, okay? And then we're going to figure out how we're going to get that stuff out again. So we have this here. Let's put this card in there. And it's already starting. Check it out. It has 64. And of course it is slow. So that program works and that's nice. All right, let's take it back out. Just so it stops for the time being. And we're going to take this ore out again. And we can leave this in here. So we can use this now for testing to get it back. Actually, I'm only going to be able to do 10, I guess. Okay, so this is right there. And we're going to have to set up one overall return. It doesn't really matter what it is. And that's going to be interesting now. We're going to have to set up a test. So I'm going to do a return. You know what? We're going to move this down one. And then up here is going to be the main return right there. Okay? This one needs to be set to true. True. Okay. Because when it's false, I don't want it to do anything. Just, you know, don't do anything. Doesn't matter. All right. So again, here we're going to set up ticks 20. And now we need to count items externally again. Do I need to count items at all? Can I just fetch without having... You know, why don't we try that? I never tried that. Okay, so let's just do... So in here, we're actually going to have to set up another slot. Okay, you know what? Let's do this 0. And then this is the return coming back into the system. So this is going to be the ore when we push it there. And this is going to be the return. So we're going to use field 1 for that. And start in here. Okay. So let's fetch items externally. Like I said, I've never tried if you can do that without actually checking fetch items. Okay. And the inventory is going to be the crusher. The side is down and access. Optional side from which we want to access the given inventory. And I would like to make this from down, from underneath. Because usually, you know, you pull with a hopper out of something. So, just so it doesn't take the ore out again, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see if that works. Actually, let's see if we need it at all. Let's just keep it at asterisk. Okay, close. So, just grab anything you want. I don't care about the item, it's optional. I don't care about the this. And the slot in the internal processor, like I said, is going to be that slot 1. And then we need to push the items from slot 1. Wait, slot in inventory, not used for storage. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Because we're pushing it to the storage, but the slot in the internal processor. That is the one right there. Okay. And that should be it. So whatever is in the crusher, grab it and put it back in the storage. And you really need to stop. You don't connect up there on false. What is the matter with you? I don't want the false. So true, 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 true. Done. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and save this again. And I'm going to say it probably works. Don't see any errors. So that now means it took it. And it's in. If we go in the storage system now, there should be aluminum. I mean, that works like a charm, right? And then now let's take this aluminum and set up the card to set it to the smelting. Because then that is it. That means that when we have that, we can just... I can just copy this multiple times for all the other different ore and be done with it. So right here, it's gonna be 5 again. So can I put another one here? I want to make sure that they don't connect here, right? And I'm gonna need the same stuff here. I'm gonna need to count items. Do I need to count at all? I think I can make this even easier, guys. I don't think I need to count. Let's get rid of these two. So because up here we didn't have to count, so let's just grab aluminum ore. And if there's none, it's not going to be able to grab any. And then we're going to return it right here. We're going to need the... Actually, not grab it. This is going to be for the furnace right there. So we're going to fetch item and push item. This one right here, again, we're going to set to 20. 20, not 250. And we're going to grab out of the storage slot, the item we're going to grab is aluminum dust. And we're going to put that into slot 2. Yes. I'll set that up in a second. And then in the slot, in the furnace, we don't care, but I need to tell it to put it... Sorry. Slot amount, slot in. Where is... Oh, there's the inventory. I'm not sure. Did I scroll this down? So this is going to be the furnace. Side down. Slot doesn't matter. Amount doesn't matter. And the slot in is going to be from 2. And done. And we can also set up the return in a... Let's just set it up right now. Doesn't matter. So these two up here are going to be... This is the return for the crusher. And this is going to be just the return for the furnace. And then underneath is all going to be the different ones. So again, we need fetch item and push item. Okay. The inventory is going to be furnace. Down. And we're going to grab anything. It doesn't matter. But the slot out is going to be 0. It's going to be 3. That means in the internal processor. And then the next one is from slot in. We're going to go from 3. That's it. We don't need inventory. Right? I think this one. This is the... this one is the one. Yep, that's it. So we still just have to set this up. Again, every second we're going to check. So just again, this is... Bring anything back from the crusher, put it in the storage. This one is bring anything back from the furnace. And this one is here. Push aluminum ore into the crusher. And push aluminum dust into the furnace. That's it. Whoops. Gotta put the card. Okay. So now nothing should be happening. Besides that, I still... Yeah. Calm down. 0, 1, 2... It doesn't matter. We just need 3 slots. Okay, so those are the ones that are used. Can you stop, please? Whoa. Alright, all arrows are gone. So now I didn't put it in here because I wanted to come down here first. Did I not put the card? We should be seeing something in the crusher. Is it maybe because I don't have an aluminum ore in here? I'm pretty sure. Oh, that was it. Okay, so I just didn't have any. So you guys see, I didn't need to count. So that is cool. And now we should see this go away in a second. No? Aha. Is it maybe not possible because I have four different things with just a regular CPU? Maybe I need to add more of those. Because it should have pulled it back by now, right? I didn't change anything there. Let's just check the program for a second. They're all connecting. Aha. I don't want this to be connected. Save. I don't think it mattered though. Yeah, I'm guessing it just doesn't have enough processing power right now. I think that's what the problem is. I don't have anything set up here with exclusive and so on. And I have 2 CPU cores. Alright, let's set up... Let's make... Oh, do I have any more? CP... Yes, I do. I'd like to make one of these mega things here for a change. Let's go ahead and make this guy. And then upgrade it. Ooh, I don't think I have any... I have dimensional shards. Very cool. Where am I going? Alright, let's put this puppy in here. Ha! So why is it not taking this out now? Let's test first real quick. Let's put this dust in here. So it did put it in the furnace. Is it gonna sit there as well? Okay, so I messed something up with the return on this program, it seems. So these are our returns. Every second, fetch it from the crusher and put it into slot 1. Okay, and this one is fetch it from the furnace, put it into slot 3. 1 and 3. So this goes to the crusher, this goes to the furnace. This is the stuff that comes back from the crusher, this is the stuff that comes back from the furnace. Alright guys, so a couple of things have changed here. I've been quite busy because I didn't want to do too much of this programming on camera. Instead, I'm just going to recap it real quick. I showed you guys the most important one. It does work still exactly how we set it up, where we simply pull it out of the storage and send it to the machines. But I did a little bit of an expansion. Let me start up here. I added this thing right here, the atomic reconstructor, because I needed to make a few of these actually addition parts to make this guy right here a double crusher, as well as this autoplacer, okay? And now everything here, I rearranged it a little bit. I also made the sag mill and the alloy furnace already, and now I finally access to conduits, so we can set it up a little nicer here, right? This one is called crusher. This one is called furnace. This one is called, there's something in the beginning, AA crusher for actually additions. This one is called sag mill. This one is called alloy, even though I have nothing set up for it, but it's there in case we need it in the future. And then over here we have a placer and a miner, okay? And I also changed this from storage channel to the processing channel, all 7 of these, okay? And this is a mechanical miner, and this is a autoplacer, and right here I made an XP vacuum. We'll have to do more right there in a second. Why don't we finish with this here first? I need to place a drum here, probably on top, right? And I would like to make this demonically gargantuum drum, okay? Just so we can collect as much SP as possible. And what this actually is over here is a fortune setup. Because these 4 ores here, I don't want to process in machines. Especially the dimensional shard and the draconium ore. You can get a lot more of those two when you fortune it. And the diamond ore and the emerald the same way. You cannot guaranteed get more than 1. Okay, most machines you get 1 plus, you have a high chance of getting a second one. And with the diamond, there's even something that you can get dust, but the dust is only usable for IC2 and stuff. So I don't want to use that. That's why I said I want to do a fortune setup here. So right here, this is going to place the ore, which we're going to send through this node right in front of it. And then this mechanical miner, I gave a fortune 3 book. And so it has a higher chance of getting extras, right? And that runs on our GP grid. But for this drum here, this Gigantum drum, I need these demon ingots. And the drum is going to go on top here because when you break this, you actually get XP balls. And these demon ingots, Nika and Techno helped me out. I've never made those before. You need to make this setup here. Okay, there is a little hard to see. Right there. There is a nether brick on the bottom. You put a lava on top and surrounded by 4 nether brick. And then what we can do here is toss gold into it. And then you get this demon ingot, right? Can we toss them all at once? No. I just lost 31 ingots. Okay. Well, I'm glad I was able to test this for you guys. I said I just want to make a couple more because I don't want to leave this here. You know, I'm going to remove this later after the episode. But I want to have a couple more of these left over. Okay, so you got to toss them slow as well. Interesting. But anyway, we got 25 now. I think I have 2 in the storage system. So let's go ahead and make that first. I kind of want to show you guys the program in the end. There's a second processor and so on, and it really isn't hard, guys. It's pretty much everything you guys saw, and I just want to go through why I split them up into different cards. Okay, now we should have everything for this. Yes, the other stuff here is easy to craft, okay? So now we got that, and let's get a few here. Let's get a few diamond. Let's see how many we get from 16. Okay, and I can also drop these 4 off. I kept 1 of every ore that we're processing and also some of the dusts and so on. So in case I ever need to make a change, I have them handy and I can use them, right? End products I'm not keeping in here, like, you know, the Certus quartz that you get. But I kept the... No, I didn't keep that either. The Certus quartz dust and so on. And this stuff right here, the cinnabar ore, we're getting... The cinnabar dust, which you don't do anything with it, so I just put that in a storage. I'm not sure what it's for. Okay, so let's put this on top here. Because I think this guy here only works when it can automatically put out. How much does this actually hold? Does it tell us on the... No, I'm not sure, but it's got to be a lot. So, go ahead and put these in here. You guys see it's getting the XP here. Empty. Pulls nearby XP orbs and pushes them into adjacent tanks. Needs to be activated with liquid XP. What does that mean? So apparently, in order to activate that, do I have any other stuff? Perfect. Ah, I don't. Quite clear glass. I think I can just chisel glass. I can make this experience solidifier. And then take my personal XP to put it in there. And then pump it into the vacuum. And that should kickstart this. There's my chisel right there. Okay, so let's get some... okay, apparently I cobble in here. Quite clear glass. Give me that. Okay, good. So I'm going to set it up right here next to it. All right, and then we'll set this one here to extract always. All right, so that's what did it. And now it should just work, I guess, for good. You don't need to keep this going here. But then my question is... Couldn't I then just pump this XP into the experience obelisk instead of a drum? Can we pump this over here? Let's see. Extract. Always active. So, empty. Okay, I want to try this. Because that would be awesome if I can just put it in here. I don't really care if it's in liquid form or not, right? Do I have any ore that I can fortune? Yes, there's some lapis. I just want to get a little bit and see if this just works. It looks like it is working. That is perfect. That is much better than the drum because this thing is endless. Right here. Right? And like I said, I don't know if I would ever need... Wow, that's a lot. If I would ever need any liquid XP, I wouldn't know for what. Okay, cool. So, we're getting close to having all this done. So now I guess it is time. I got a nice drum left over. I'm okay with that. And I learned how to make these demonic thingies, these demonic ingots. Alright, good. So now we're ready. And I believe I've done everything that is in this one. There is 4 ores I'm not processing. It's the uranium ore, because if we ever do IC2, you need to do in a different way to get the actual good uranium for the reactor. The resonating ore, you just smelt, so I'm not using that. And the wolframite ore from Magnetic Craft? Yeah, there's no use for it. I don't know what it's for. And this right here is the devil, the firestone ore. Oh, there's still a piece missing right there. Yeah, I was struggling here to make sure that this base doesn't burn up. I was really close to having to roll back. Because apparently firestone ignores the fire spread. Because our fire spread on the server is turned off. Oak. Wait, that's a slab. Oh, I forgot. I have all this stuff here, right? Yeah. Never mind. Let's close up this hole. And it was burning on the outside, up there, underneath here, behind the drawers. I had this in my hand for a split second. And it just kept spreading. I was really worried that I'm going to lose most of the space. It was very scary, guys. Unfortunately, I even if I had it open, I don't think I would have started recording because I was so freaking out. It was crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this out. And let's go through these 6 cards here real quick. I set up a new processor here. And you guys see a crusher, alloy, furnace, sag mill, crusher. Oh, and now, of course, we need to net set up processing. So now we have 7 nodes. Yes, right there. And the other 2 net list are the miner and the placer. These 2 right there. Okay? 241. Not sure why this one is at the end. No idea. So we got all these nodes here going, right? And the setup is 0-1, 0-1 for each one of these slots. 0-1. It's always the same on every one. So the 0 is always from the storage to here. And then 1 is the return from the machine and then into the storage. Okay? So 0 is always outgoing and 1 is always incoming, pretty much, in our system. Alright, and just like we had before, let's start with the extra utilities crusher. Here's the program. It's still the same. The only difference is that this over here is the return, right? And I want to do something here, guys, and I hope that's going to make it easier. When I press shift over these, you see a summary. So instead of having all these fields down here to have to scroll through, right? It's much easier, I think, if I just hover over them and it shows us. The inventory is crusher down. By the way, it only shows the first 6 letters, so it's not mistyped. It is actually crusher. And we're getting the return from slot 1, and the output slot is also 1, which the output slot is in here. This right there. That field, right? Bam, right there. And in case you're wondering, right here, because this is set from slot 1 from here. That was the thing that didn't work earlier. And I played around with that a lot, and I wanted to explain that real quick. So the machines are, this is slot 0, this is slot 1, and this is slot 2. So I couldn't just say pick from below, because it didn't know which one to take apparently. So on the return, when you push into the machine, I never needed to set up a slot. It just always automatically goes to the correct slot. But the return, I needed to say specifically on all these machines, get it from slot 1 in this example. This here is also slot 1. This guy is a little special. This is slot 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And this is 5. So the input, when I send the ore, I don't set anything. It all goes in here. And because the auto split is set on, it will distribute it between these two. But on the double crusher, on this program here, I'll show you, I have 4 returns. I'm returning 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. Okay? And this one right here, this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this guy here is, it doesn't really matter, but you would have input 0, 1, and 2. And the return is 3. Okay? But again, when you put items in, it doesn't matter. And over here, well, it doesn't matter. There's no input and return. I haven't tested this yet. Okay? So I don't know if this program actually works. All right, so enough of these machines. I hope that makes sense. And so right here, I'm getting the items back from slot 1 from the crusher, and I'm sending it back to our storage system. Sorry, I gotta hover over there. So there's no setting here. You guys see? Par inventory means storage system, any slot, any amount, and it's coming in from the slot 1. Again, that slot is this right there. Okay? All right. And all these over here are the same. These are all items, and then I had to continue here because I ran out of room right here. So, actually right here. So this one is sending aluminum ore. This one is ardite ore. This is coal ore, cobalt ore, copper ore, gold ore. Where is that gold ore right there? Iridium ore, iron ore, lead ore, and silver ore. As well as tin ore and nickel ore. And then there's something, guys, I found that is made my life so much easier. When you control click something, okay? You guys see how it does a yellow outline? And then you press Control C to copy it. And then you can put it anywhere. So for example, right here, and I press Control V, it pastes that right there. So what I can simply do every time I'm done, when I need a new one, I take the last row, come here, paste, go to this one, click on this field, and just put in the ore I want. And that's it. I don't need to make any other changes. So it's very, very simple to replicate, right? Let me just click on load so it undoes all this. And that is it. So that is everything from the extra utilities 2 crusher. And then on the furnace, guys, it's the same thing, okay? I just have one extra here because there's nickel grid. And then you have a chance to also get platinum dust when you process the nickel ore, right? So you have a chance to get this extra platinum. So, and that's it. Again, all the other things are the same. It's all just the dust. Crushed bull. Oh, that's the black quartz, yes. Ardite powder, cobalt powder, and so on. You guys get the idea. And over here, the return is the same way from the machine into slot 1 and from slot 1 into our storage scan. And then here we have the same thing for the actual business crusher. It's just a little less stuff that I'm processing in here. Black quartz, cinnabar ore, lapis lazuli, redstone, and nether quartz. And the return, like I told you guys earlier, I'm returning from slot 1, and I'm also returning from slot 4. You remember it had the 2 sides. Okay, and then we have the sag mill. That has a little bit more stuff. I'm processing Certus quartz, charged Certus quartz, peridot ore, ruby ore, saltpeter, sapphire ore, and sulfur ore. And then, you guys remember that the alloy the sag mill on the bottom has those 4 fields. So I'm grabbing slot 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, oh, I needed to show you guys that. Why 2? If this is 0, this is 1. And then 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I said that earlier wrong. This is like where you can put, I think, flint or something to make these machines more efficient and so on. So your return is 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5, yes. Okay, so that is that. And then the last one here is this fortune one. Okay, which again, the return comes from the miner, and I'm grabbing everything. And I'm putting it into slot 1. And this one is the one that has the 9 fields. So I'm hoping that I don't need to set up 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That it's smart enough because it doesn't have any input. And then over here, I'm sending diamond ore, emerald ore, dimensional shards, and draconium to that placer. Okay? So these are all the programs. Now, you guys seen enough of this. And let's go ahead and put them in here. And as soon as I put them in there, we should have stuff happening already. There's no errors. Let's come down here. Everything is going. This guy is crushing aluminum ore that we had in the system. This guy is smelting it. This guy is doing black quartz. Some Certus quartz. This guy doesn't have anything. And this guy is done. And it got the return. So it all works, guys. How awesome is this? Very small, very simple. And the coolest thing is that if I have anything else I want to add, anything else I want to add to these programs over here, right? All I do is copy, paste, new row, replace that one item, and done. There is nothing else I need to do for the future now. So that is really cool. So now, last but not least, what we need to do is here for a second, we're going to take this ender chest. And now we're going to take this guy and put it right here. So all the ore that we have is going to go into the system. And then, of course, it's going to get processed over time. On the bottom, I already placed an ender chest. And now the only thing that I need to keep my eye on, over the next day and a half or whatever, is that I have to check when I feel like, okay, everything is done, the machines aren't going anywhere, it's only waiting for new stuff. I have to look through the system because there is a bunch of ore that we have different types of. I believe lead, for example. Wolframite, uranium. Let's see here. Galena. I have no idea where I got this from. It doesn't come from the Void Ore Miner, right? Copper ore. You guys see there's a copper ore, there's a copper ore, there's a copper ore. And there's another one. There's 4 different copper ores. So, also there's this cobalite ore, which we're not getting from the Void Miner. I'm not sure where that is from either. Why are we not getting that, right? So, but I need to then check or just manually process that other copper ore because, well, I would like to automate it because if I mine something up by hand, I get the different types. I then still want the machine to be possible. And I was thinking what could be doable. You guys see here, there's stuff waiting because the machines are full right now. Oh. Is this full over here? What? Why is this in here? So the way we do this here, I'm pulling it from the miner, from its whatever it is, my slot 0, and I'm putting it into slot 1 internally, right? And then here I need to simply say, I don't need to have anything here. That is my problem. I was putting it into the miner like a moron. Alright, so let's get rid of all of these because instead of just fixing every one of them, I can simply copy and paste it. It's gonna be much easier. I don't know what was wrong with me there. So I'm taking it from slot 1 and because this is empty, it puts it into the storage. So copy, paste, 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 paste. Isn't this awesome? That we can do this. I've never had any mod in Minecraft where you can do simple copy and paste. I think that's amazing. Okay, so now this guy over here should be... Are you kidding me? What am I doing wrong? There's nothing in here. Wow, really? Did I really just do that? And I didn't take the card out? Right, I think it's probably empty now. Yeah, that was my bad, guys. That was just stupid. Okay, so we got a fortune setup. We got full automatic ore processing. And let's see if we can already see some kind of a damage here. Still have 1800 iron to do. Still 270 diamond and so on. And it is kind of cool to see this here, guys, that when you event queue, I don't know what that means. Invalid inventory. What do you mean invalid? Again, that might have been just a leftover something, but this is the second time I saw it, so I'm gonna have to figure out, because auto crafting can't be in, I'm not doing anything. But that you can see over here which machines are still processing. This is the fortune, this is the alloy smelter, and this is the furnace. The furnace doesn't have anything to do. Wait, coal. Extra utilities crusher. You'll be working on coal. Gold dust. Aha! I found another problem. I can't believe it. And I'm pretty sure it is because the crusher here, I only set up one return. So what we need to do here is copy, paste, and right here we need to take it from slot 2. Because now there's coal in there. And it doesn't allow you to process something that the output doesn't allow to take. So now it took that second field out right here, and now it's, well, it was actually nickel. And now it's processing that. Okay, cool. So I think that now I should have everything ironed out, guys. And, well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know it was, again, a little bit technical, but hey, now we have automation, and I don't need to worry about any more materials. Okay, and the ender chest now is of course full. You guys see it, everything is there because I have it on me. But this other chest here should be empty for quite some time now. Yes, so I'm taking the card out. I don't like to put the modular storages into the system without... So it has something to do without with the card in it, because you don't see in the storage, hey, when I take this one out, does it have a card, or what card does it have? So the invalid inventory, what that is that on this card right here, this field is probably currently full when it tries to pull the next item or something like that. But I'll look into that here between episodes. I'm sure it's just one tiny little fix, but I don't want to spend any more time. You guys are probably tired of me looking into these grids right here, but I love it. It makes my life a lot easier, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. That's it. Catch you next time. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.